Title: Understanding the American Corporate Structure. In America, the political and economic landscape is not solely governed by elected officials, but by two prominent corporations, the United States Incorporated and the United States of America Incorporated. The first is a Roman municipal corporation, while the second is a British Crown corporation. While they appear distinct, their roots in ownership trace back to the same group of people. They manipulate these entities as if in competition, creating conflicts for profit. Every so often, in a cyclical manner, one of these corporate teams declares bankruptcy and the other assumes the role of receiver, marking a strategy to balance their assets unevenly, usually with the Pope's followers obtaining a larger share. This resets the system, accruing debts that become the public's burden, mimicking a biblical jubilee. However, the reality is far different. These two corporations leverage bankruptcy to offload their debts onto the general populace, charging them as both underwriters and shareholders, all while appearing to be operated by separate entities under historical agreements between the Crown and the papacy. The notion of a national debt is a deceptive concept designed to veil this intricate financial manipulation. This debt is essentially non-existent, like the artificially constructed boundaries of time, serving as tools for economic control. While physical labor is monetized into hourly wages, this debt remains a crafted illusion purported by promissory notes mistaken as legal tender, such as Federal Reserve notes. The real assets and labor offered by citizens are never acknowledged in the system. The autonomous accounting system, alongside the GMEI utility indexes, quietly track the enormous credit held by individuals, never reconciled with these fictitious debts. This system has developed into an enormous slush fund overshadowed by the unlawful accumulation of public and private assets without informed consent from the true owners, leaving people unaware of the mechanisms impacting them. This opaque web of financial misdirection stems from corporations masquerading as legitimate governments and utilizing schemes like identity theft and fraud to access credit belonging to citizens. Constructed identities convert individuals unknowingly into subjects of corporate rules, stripping them of genuine sovereignty. Compounding the labyrinth of deceit is a robust money mill, wherein Federal Reserve notes act as placeholders for goods and services, creating perpetual debt cycles erroneously attributed to ordinary citizens. This financial machinery perpetuates uncredited credits on the largest scale, rendering corporations as debtor entities while citizens stand as true creditors, albeit unrecognized. Realizing this misallocation of debt versus asset truly reveals the dimensions of error. Corporations owe more than acknowledged, yet systematically pass these burdens to the public. By addressing the actual balance books, reallocating true ownership, and evaluating the immense asset and credit landscape, an entirely new economy could flourish without the specter of public taxes. Amidst all this, the machinations of counterfeit currency bolster the push for a cashless society. Digital transactions, favored for their convenience and control, align with sinister agendas to erase evidence of financial manipulations. Yet solid currency notes remain as markers of historic deceit, urging transparency as societies transition to digital alternatives. The fraudulent pandemic, genetic tampering, and resultant health crises exemplify the extent of corporate malfeasance. Claims of transhuman ownership by these bodies are constructed on shaky legal ground, met only with assertive rejection. Now, noticing the widespread harm and deception exacted by these seemingly benign companies, legal measures are rallied to bring accountability to these corporate giants. Philosophies that once justified taxes as control mechanisms are being abandoned, freeing future generations from undue financial coercion. In this realization, agencies like the IRS are declared obsolete, marking a new era where citizens reclaim economic and political agency previously obscured by deceitful constructs hidden in broad daylight.